All right. Well, welcome back to this episode of Elden Ring with Crepes, and I have
Crepes
I have our character turned away from us
Why?
because I'm
Oh
going to
yeah.
reveal his face.
Wait, hold up. I
I'm so
gotta get
excited
in
to
this.
see this reveal. I'm so excited.
Okay,
Are you set?
I'm here. I'm set.
He looks
Dude,
like
he's such a hunk, dude.
he looks
That
like some
chin.
kind of godly, very stern Frasier.
I was gonna say, it looks like if Kelsey Grammer was the Joker.
Every session I'm going to do this. I'm going to change his face up and then do a reveal because
Why so Sherry Niles?
it's fun.
I like it.
I love how he's like closing his eyes too. I am the
Yeah,
blind
dude.
swordsman. You testing my blade?
That chin.
I
Dude.
rewatched the Nolan Batman movies recently.
Yeah.
Good.
They're good.
Not
Good.
much. I mean, there's not much more to say about it, right?
Right.
They're good.
It's like, yeah, they're good.
All right,
It was a
Bracho.
fun take. Christian
gonna-
Bale's.
I'm going to give you the choice. We have a summon sign here. Mr.
Yeah.
Rogier. It's this big hatted dude. He's a sorcerer.
He ain't no Logan. He's Roger.
So we can summon him to help us fight this person we're going to be fighting. Or we
Yeah.
can just go in and try our best. What would you like to do? When you want some help, like getting some like a meat shield going, or you just want to jump in?
Let's usually I'd say let's just fucking do it, but let's just meat shield it for funsies.
Okay. Yeah, we'll see what that does. Sorcerer Roger.
Shielding for funsies.
You know me, usually I'm just like fuck it, just do it. But you know,
So, boys,
I'm feeling spicy. What's up?
I
Hey,
also-
you crepes him.
Hey, Crimson, what's up?
it's not only me waving, it's me and my 5 sons waving. I also just watched the 2, which I had never ever seen before, the 2 Fantastic
Powder?
Beasts movies.
Oh yeah. How was that? I haven't seen them either.
Oh, you haven't?
I've seen.
I thought you
Mhm.
had.
I've seen each one of them twice
I'm not surprised that you've seen them, Tyler.
because they
but-
came on HBO Max recently. So I was like, yeah, I'll watch them again.
Yep, that's where I watched them as well.
I enjoyed the first
Well,
one vastly
Yeah.
over the second one.
Oh, absolutely.
When they first were coming out, I was like, Zeddy Redmayne, and I was just kind of like, man, and I was like, this ain't the, this ain't the septology or whatever, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
hmm
So it wasn't that I was disinterested, I just wasn't like,
Yeah,
I'm like,
there
I
is
don't
no
need to see this right now. Yeah, there's no initial draw.
nothing
for
hooked
it.
you. Yeah.
Yeah. But ever
nice.
since then, I've been like, I should really watch those because I could use some fucking witchcraft and wizardry.
And I will agree with Tyler's general feelings. Like the first one can be
Yeah.
a lot of fun when it
Yeah.
comes down to Newt and his Fantastic Beasts. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
The
Let's say
second
it's-
one,
that one seems a little more. The first one seems a little more focused on a thing.
well, here I'm just gonna lay out my general problem, if any, with like those 2 movies with the Fantastic Beasts franchise.
'Cause
Is
you didn't know where to find them.
no, that was the fun part, was not knowing where to find them.
Oh, okay.
That's-
The Grindelwald of it all.
Yeah, the Grindelwald. That's when it, like I just said, when the movie is about Newt and his group of friends, and then
Yeah.
like having to find or interact with these beasts. It's a lot of fun. It's a like, just like magical as hell adventure. But
Yeah.
then when all the Grindelwald stuff comes in, it's like,
The
man,
Grundle.
this is just not interesting. And at times it gets really dark where it's like, hey, everybody, this is Harry Potter, supposed to be for children. And if children are watching this, they're probably not going to be, they're
Well,
probably going to actively dislike this.
and I think the strength of Harry Potter, both the books and the movie, is that it does get dark, but it like ages with you, right? like
Mhm.
the books and the movies, like the maturity of the content aged with you as you were reading it, right? Because by the time like you get to the fourth book, starts getting real dark. So you got the old
Mhm.
Diggle boy getting murdered at the end, right?
Mhm.
Cedric Diggory.
Yes,
Diggle
I
boy.
heard Diggle Boy. And I was like,
Yeah,
excuse me.
yeah, the old Diggory. He got
The Skull
he got
Diggery.
murked at the
Diggory,
end.
dog.
And then that was a real turn, right? That was
That
a
boy
real
got
turn.
his
You're like,
clock
oh shit.
talked right there. Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean there was dark shit, but like it never got to like super, and then Harry gets to the center of that maze or whatever, and fucking old Voldy boy is fucking murking Diggory, and you're just like, oh shit.
Merkin?
And then it starts,
Merkin? I heard,
yeah. And then it starts getting, then Order of the Phoenix and fucking
you talk about Order of the Phoenix, I talk about
Half-Blood
Order of the
Prince and
Moonveil.
whatever the shit. There was
you
like that's and then those start getting pretty dark towards the end, but it's like it works because it kind of ages with, like, you grow with the movie, and the movie's subject matter kind of naturally gets there, whereas like this, it sounds like it's just kind of fucking boom, here it is,
Boom, there it is.
right? Is that
Yeah,
am I picking that vibe up correctly?
Is that your opinion,
Well-
or what are you trying to? Are you saying like
Ye-
that's?
that's a fair like.
Wilson was saying it
assessment
gets
of
like
kind of
real dark. I don't know.
Well, especially in the second one, there was
Yeah.
a moment that genuinely like kind of fucked me up. Where like, I'll get into that in a moment, but it's a little too interested in its own politics, and it feels like you can tell that the main idea for this was, okay, I want to have a movie about Newt Scamander and the Fantastic Beasts because that was in the stuff I already wrote, and I have fun ideas of what I can do with that. Okay, let's flesh that out. Doesn't seem complete enough. Let's add an adversary or like an element that will carry through this series that will be like the bad guys, right?
Yeah.
There has to be a second half to that. It can't just be fun adventures with animals, apparently.
No, we have to
Which sucks.
connect it
I love
to
that part of it.
to the main series too, bringing the old Dumbus in there too.
Exactly. I think that J.K. kind of fell into her own trap. Was like, I need to keep doing what I've already done and
How
create
much
the
did
same
she
kind
actually-
of story of like good and evil.
How much of that did she actually write though? Did she just
All
come
of
up
it.
with the story, or did she
The
write
second credit at the end of the movie after the director is written by J.K. Rowling.
Yeah,
Oh,
she
okay.
wrote it. She
And then-
straight up,
And then
I think wrote the
screenplay,
screenplay.
I think, was her and one other person.
Steve
and it was
Kloves
the
or
same thing for the
somebody.
sequel, where it was like
Kloves?
she wrote it, but then she and somebody else kind of came up with the screenplay, right?
Right.
So she was directly involved with the creation
Okay.
of its story and like these characters.
Cool.
But it just gets really muddled down into like, at a certain point, it stops focusing on because the message of Newt is like, hey, a lot of people in the wizarding world don't understand these magical creatures and they just want to kill them. I want to educate people so that we can help these creatures.
Right.
What should I say, guys? What should I say, real quick?
Tell him. What do you think, Brusho?
Very well.
And just at a certain point, it stops becoming about like, some of these animals got loose. Here are fun scenarios with them and like resolving that. And it gets into like dark fucking wizards who want to kill everybody. And everybody's really sad and upset all the time. And Ezra Miller barely speaks for half the movie. And then all of a sudden he's the MacGuffin of the movie. And then it's just like, it's crazy some of the stuff that happens with that.
Well, I think part of it is just like she was like, all right, we need new movie. Just do Fantastic Beasts, and then it was like, how do I make this into a trilogy? Like, I can only do Beasts so much in this Beast movie, and then she's like, how do I make it relevant to the rest of it? Whatever. She overdid it essentially.
Yeah,
It's just
she
or
tried to
kinda
shoehorn.
painted herself into a corner.
She
kind of.
shoehorned a lot of stuff that was, talked about in the original series of books.
Yeah.
but she elaborated more on it, like the idea
Yeah.
in the second
Well, then,
movie.
like I said, it's like
she makes
how are you
Nagini
gonna do?
an animagus, which is
Yeah, I don't
really
like
bizarre.
that. I don't like that.
No, she's not
like,
an animagus though. She's something else.
Well, yeah, she's another version of an animagus where, like, if you change at a certain time of year, you can, like, make the change permanent. I don't know. It's very strange.
It's well,
some other type of magic.
But then you realize, like, oh, this person that was enslaved by Voldemort was made to be a Horcrux for him, and you're like, well, she just dies a non-hero death. Like, are we supposed to root for this person? I don't get what you're trying to do here.
Well, like how is
The
how?
message-
Yeah,
the message that maybe I don't know what they're trying to communicate, but what actually comes across is the thing that you thought was a snake is actually a lady who was actually pretty innocent, who became a Horcrux for Voldemort and was a pretty bad character as far as a snake goes. Like, I don't know.
Good job,
Well,
Neville.
I would call Nagini as a snake in the Harry Potter series a bad guy, but in Fantastic Beasts, it's like, oh, she's just a lady who, like, fucking, her destiny was to someday turn into a snake and have nothing to say about it.
well, and it was Nagini is like the one thing like Voldemort fucking cares about too, right?
Yeah.
And it's just like, why does he care about this lady?
The whole thing with Ezra Miller
Is that gonna be a movie
like,
now?
he is like a really super powerful wizard, but he basically suppressed it his entire life.
We can spoil it, Wilson. We can spoil it. For
Yeah,
bullshit.
I don't give a shit.
That's what I'm doing right now.
Okay.
I don't give a shit.
Yeah, it's Albus's
But, like,
long lost brother,
Well, maybe,
or he's
That's
a
what's,
he's
like,
a Dumbledore, essentially.
maybe he is. We don't know that. Yeah,
But like that's
sure.
that's what this next one is going to be, the Secrets of
Oh my
Dumbledore.
god, it's
So
so fucking stupid. It's so goddamn stupid.
but it's
Eric.
leading
Like,
it's leading up to
It's a Dingledore.
yeah, it's leading up
He-
for them to have like a big
he's
battle.
just in the first like Ezra Miller's character is a very, very important character, and for the first half of the first movie, he stands in scenes and just gives looks to people. He doesn't speak, and they keep focusing on him where you're like, okay, there's something about this guy. Why the fuck isn't he talking or doing anything?
Right.
And all
And it's
Three
like-
birds, one moon veil.
And I mean, don't get me
becomes
wrong.
the
Like
most
Ezra Miller,
powerful character.
wasn't like a named actor, a name actor when he got cast in it necessarily, but like he was enough of enough of a character where he was announced and people kind of know who he was. So it's like having him in the background just chilling. You're just like, well, obviously he's gonna be something because. You know what I mean? It kind of gives away that he's something else because of the fact that he's a character, but he's just standing there.
Yeah.
But he's somebody who they advertise as like starring in the movie.
Because
It's like-
he's like the whole movie, like from the beginning of the movie, there's like invisible shit that's tearing up New York, and nobody can figure it out, and they're all trying to blame it on like, oh, it's fucking when Newt came into New York and accidentally had some of his animals escape. It's that shit, and
Right.
the whole time Grindelwald is like whispering in this kid's ear and tainting him, like, and posing as a member of this wizard society, and then
Saying
the
someone's
end of
name
the-
was so close to Grundle and saying that he tainted somebody.
How about we pick up
And then-
this conversation in the next episode real quick?
Okay.
Stay tuned for more Secrets of Dingledore and
Secrets of Crapeswald.
Crepes and his many shrimp pocket.
His Moonveil katana and his sons in his pocket.
Pocket Sons. Pocket Sons.
My pocket son.
Wait, is that Hogwarts? Is that the castle?
No, that's
The Ting.
that's
The Ting Torts, dude.
that's the beginning of the game area.
Oh.
All right, we'll be back.
Wow.